Hello everyone, this is Ammar and Kamran back again with.
No, this is sugar and Start again.
Start
Start
again.
just. I'll edit it. It's fine.
Let me start.
Okay.
Hello everyone, this is Ammar and Kamran back again with the Kam Ki Baat.
Under the sugar analysis banner. So sugar analysis is our channel.
And Kam Ki
is
Baat is
our
a
brand.
series.
And Kam Ki Baat is
It's a series.
of sugar analysis.
So आज काम की बात हम ये करने लगे हैं कि why everyone should consider doing a solo trip
Yeah.
in their life, at least
Yeah.
one solo trip in their life, and we will share some of our experiences कि हमने भी अपनी एक solo trip की and how we enjoyed it and how we planned it and what were the reasons we did it in the first place and
Yeah.
what came out of it, how it changed us as a person. So Ammar, आप बताएं आप किधर गए थे solo trip पे?
यार तो मैं गया था Jordan and Amman. So I went to Amman, Petra, Wadi those three cities. Or the reason I wanted to do a solo trip was that I resigned from my previous job. और फिर मैंने सोचा I have 3 months before starting my new one, so why not travel somewhere? Or everyone, a lot of people, yeah, you hear a lot, yeah, solo trip करनी चाहिए ज़िंदगी में, it changes you as a person, you find out about yourself, ये वो ये. So I did it. I'll be honest कि मैं actually पाकिस्तान गया था पहले, and one day before my solo trip was going to start, I was going to cancel it. यार मैं अकेला जाऊँगा, अकेले लाइन में खड़ा होना होगा, like taking the taxi myself, seeing the old sites myself would be boring. लेकिन फिर I just said नहीं ये I won't do it. And I stood in वो boarding ticket लिया, boarding pass लिया, and I went for it.
Good
तुम
decision.
किधर गए?
Yeah, so I went for Rome. My reasons for going was that I wanted to do a solo trip.
हाँ.
It's
तुम
always
मुझसे inspire हो गए होगे obviously.
sure. ज़रूर मैं तो ये सोचा था कि यार यही करना है मुझे.
हाँ.
लेकिन I wanted to do a solo trip especially because I did it earlier this year. वैसे तो मैंने solo trips छोटी-छोटी सी की हुई हैं, but not for the purpose of a solo trip. You know, I've done a lot of traveling for work and this and that. वो भी solo ही हो जाती है एक तरीके से. But I want to just like go away from the London hustle bustle. I wanted to just take some time out, reflect on a lot of things, just have some alone time and also explore. Just go somewhere nice and explore. And I wanted to do it, while I was still unmarried. So I'm getting married next year. So I
Guys,
did.
he's telling you guys you can send gifts for him.
Please do. कोई मना नहीं करेगा आपको. So anyway, so I went to Rome. Why I picked Rome was I've always wanted to go to Italy. Rome has amazing history on offer,
Amazing city.
and I read a lot of like Lonely Planet type posts and stuff. तो उसमें ये था कि Rome is like for solo travelers. Rome is a
amazing.
beautiful place. It's an amazing place. You'll have so much to do there that for solo travelers is brilliant.
अच्छा have a funny thing कि जब ये इसने ना हम दोस्तों को he told us so about a solo trip Rome हमने कहा था यार अल्लाह करे कि तुम्हारी फ्लाइट डिले हो जाए या कैंसिल हो जाए. Actually on the day his flight got delayed to the next day. हमारी
The
नजर
reason
लगी.
was there was fog at Luton Airport. Like पूरा London sunny है और Luton Airport पे fog है. And I had to cut my trip short by one night because I stayed back at a hotel near Luton Airport. They put me up, but the whole experience was very good.
So so how did you feel eating alone, going to sites alone, doing everything alone? And then I come to the question.
Dude, I think being alone was good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to like get away from the city, get away from the hustle and bustle, and spend some alone time and reflect on things. I also had the same doubt in my mind कि यार मैं बोर हो जाऊँगा. I wouldn't have anyone to talk to. But actually, I made friends. I spoke to people there.
You made friends, so you stay in
like-
touch with those friends.
Like if you say like LinkedIn पे
अच्छा.
connection बनना तो हाँ. लेकिन
Facebook.
नहीं Facebook वगैरह नहीं. But like you know what I mean, right? When you travel,
हाँ.
you meet people, and you speak to people and you learn about different experiences. So there was so much history to absorb there. I think the food was great. Eating alone, I did not mind at all because for all the nights I was there, I had a new challenge or a new sort of place to explore. So I would go, find like a good restaurant or a good pizza place or whatever, and I'll just go like alone, जाके लेके आना, and live music scene enjoy करना. So being alone, eating alone, actually I enjoyed that. There was a coffee shop. I was living quite close to the Colosseum, and there was a coffee shop at the corner which was overlooking the Colosseum. There was a stone throws away, and I was, you know, every morning I would just go there, read my book, have a double espresso, and you know, just start my day with my book, and then go ahead and see what happens. And I wasn't doing social media that much. I didn't want. Actually, in the beginning,
he's doing a lot of social media.
In the beginning, I was posting stuff on Instagram, and then I was like, "Choro, you know, I can post these things later. I don't care." But I took some good photos and stuff, so I wanted to show that off. But anyway, तुम बताओ कि तुम्हारे शुरू कैसे हुआ trip, and what was the interesting people that you met, because you went in a very different culture.
A very different culture. Yeah, I wouldn't say I met any interesting people who I keep in touch with. Lekin it was interesting because when Amman land hua, Amman capital Jordan, तो मैंने Petra जाना था the next day, and you have to take a local bus. और मैंने किया, I had decided myself that I will do everything local. I would not go with tour groups. I would not drive myself. I will use the local stuff. तो फिर मैं गया, and I went to the woman कि यार I only have one night booked in Amman. मैंने कल Petra जाना है because all my hotel bookings are done. तो उसने कहा नहीं, we don't have tickets sir, ये वो. लेकिन in some way she got me a ticket. तो फिर मैं then I left my hotel at 5 o'clock in the morning next day. I walked all the way to the bus station. मैंने वो bus ली, 4-hour bus, and I was the only one on it. Like I was the only solo traveler that's on it. फिर मैं Petra पहुंचा, went to my hotel. They offered me breakfast. फिर मैं Petra की world site गया. I was amazed, blown away.
And those Instagram posts, we saw them for 2 years.
They're still coming. I still have some left. और फिर the complicated thing was कि मैंने वादी रम जाना था after 2 days, and a local bus goes there, but only one bus a day, and if I missed that I wouldn't have gone. So फिर I had to ask 3 different, or then you need to ask the hotel you're staying in to call the driver to pick you up.
So this is interesting, right? Because when you travel solo, you can't rely on anyone else.
Can't rely on anyone else.
So you have to do all the planning yourself. You have
it's
to
fun.
You have to, you know, deal with the cultural.
अच्छा मुझे
short the
story
cultural difference. And तुम story खत्म करो. But the purpose of this is not listening to your story. It's about telling people.
I'm sure people want to listen to my story. So then I persisted and pestered the guy for 5 times. Ke call the driver. फिर उसका ये निकला कि the guy was the driver's nephew. एक लाख अच्छा हुआ. So he picked me up. Wadi Rum was good. We did the desert thing. लेकिन what I found is कि I camped alone in the desert, just myself. There was no tourists, nothing, and it was scary. लेकिन I was more open to doing more things. So I went to my campsites. Manager he called me to his house. मैंने local stuff, family stuff खाना खाया, which I wouldn't have done otherwise. Like I did it myself, and it just shows that you always have that fear, maybe, of not wanting to do stuff because you're like, is it safe or not? But I just went for it, and everything turned out to be okay. So
that's a good point, because I felt that while traveling alone, I had more time, especially going to the historical sites, to absorb more history and pay more attention to what was around me. अगर आप दोस्तों के साथ होते हैं, आप हंसी मजाक ये वो, you know, fun. So you tick the box and you go to the places and you do the thing, but you're also having fun at the same time, like in a social environment. Like when you travel alone, you have the time to, you know, spend time to understand your surroundings and accept those challenges that come your way.
And one more thing is that I took a local bus back from Petra to Amman, or no, Aqaba, and I was finding my own route, kya timings and all that. It was amazing. So usme there was an ISIS threat at that time. So they stopped the bus, or सबके passports check किए, and I was sitting in the back, and I was the only foreign guy. So मेरा passport check किया, they took my passport out for 5 minutes, or everyone's looking at me, oh, is this guy suspicious or something? Or maybe I just started reading my book, oh, I have nothing to hide, ये वो. और फिर 5 minutes बाद they gave my passport back. Like in those kind of situations, kind of scary because you're all alone and you don't know what to do. You have no contact, no mobile phone. Lekin I felt that whatever decision I made for my whole trip worked out, and it's actually made me more confident about my decisions.
That's very good. So I think for me, if one thing that I learned traveling alone, and I've done a lot of traveling alone, like I said, a lot of it is for work, a lot of it has just happened. Lekin this was a purpose built solo trip. One thing I learned was, from the moment that that flight got delayed and I got stuck in London, Amar knows me, I'm a bit impatient on those situations and I get annoyed. Throughout the whole thing, I decided, yeah, I would not get annoyed. You know, nothing can piss me off. I will make the best out of the situation. So on the day that I was supposed to go to the Vatican, I'd already paid something like 50 euros or something online to get a tour because that's how you get into the Vatican. And I overslept. So I woke up at 11 and I was supposed to be there at 10. And it takes a long time from Rome to Vatican City, right? So I was just like, shit, it's happened, you know, I don't care. I'll just make the best of the situation. So I went there and I had to buy a new ticket with a new tour guide and everything. But I actually enjoyed that whole experience as well, you know. If anything, I got more time to have breakfast. I was more relaxed. I knew I could pick the tour guide again. So I maybe wasted 50 euros. But I don't really care about that. I was like, you know, I'll just make the best out of every situation I have. And I met some interesting people. There was a bunch of nuns over there. In Vatican City, there's nuns, right? And they were trying to do this picture thing where they put the camera and they, you know, try the autofocus and everything, and they run back and they do the photo. And I offered them. I was like, "Do you want me to take?" What? She's like, "Really?" You know, they couldn't speak English. She's like, "Would you do that?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I think they were from different countries, like some were Indonesian, some were. So I took a few photos and I told them to stand there and you know, thoda sa help kar diya. They were so thankful. They couldn't speak English, but they were so thankful.
Nice.
You know, the gratitude just from their attitude was just amazing. It was brilliant. You know, I love those moments like that. I was sitting in a cafe one day. I met a Turkish man with his wife, with his daughter, and Choti Bachi thi, and they were, you know, he's like, you know, I live in Africa for my work, and I only get weekends to spend with my daughter, so I brought her here. So you know, he had a very interesting story as well. I just kept meeting really interesting people wherever I went. I discovered this really nice live music place close to my place. I know what pizza to get over there now.
Okay, I'm not interested in your story as you told me.
नहीं, लेकिन you explore more. That's what I'm saying. So आप ये बताएं कि final word. We're going over time now. Final word.
Guys and girls, I would highly recommend a solo trip. You might be hesitant कि yeah, what will I do alone? Will I be safe? You know, will I have fun? Lekin, it's a very good time to read, to catch up on stuff. I want you to think about, you know, okay, you're quite capable of doing things yourself. You don't need anyone else to do those things for you or with you. Yeah. And if you have you can be your own company. Yeah. Actually, honestly. Yeah. And
you don't need much.
Yeah. And I would definitely go for a solo trip. Even though I'm married, I think this should be a point where, you know, you could go maybe for 2-3 days alone. But I'll definitely keep the tradition alive.
Yeah, I think so. So I'll say the same thing. You know, just go out there, get out of your comfort zone, guys. Plan trip, like even if you can't afford the most expensive trip, actually the cheaper your trip is, the more you will
go to different cities in the same country.
Just do that without knowing anyone. Pack up your bag, go there. You know, bring your camera, bring your phone or a book or whatever you want.
Social media detox.
Social media, चलो अगर तुम्हें शोधापन नहीं करना social media पे अच्छी बात है. नहीं, photos लो लेकिन
Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp
वो social media थोड़ा सा कटा दो. So you love it. You'll seriously learn more about yourself in those few days than you would learn about yourself through a career coach or through
perhaps
a teacher.
Not for everyone,
not for everyone. But I think you will learn something, even if you don't realize immediately. You will realize later on in life that you went through certain situations. जिसने आपको सिखाया, आप interesting लोगों से मिले and so on and so forth. So definitely do that, guys, and you know, let us know if you are planning a solo trip. Let us know if you want some suggestions from us.
Yeah. Or if you've gone to a solo trip, how is it for you?
And funny enough, I'll tell you something interesting. While I was on this solo trip, I was making a lot of notes of good ideas I had, and doing Kaam Ki Baat and some of the topics that we're discussing, including the one today, came to me when I was alone, and I wrote that idea down, and we've been discussing about this, and we made it happen after a few months. But so
like, subscribe, comment,
and explore.
Explore.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.